All right, so ways to attract long-term clients who truly value your service dog work, which uh, one of you mentioned in the chat. I apologize, I don't exactly remember which one of you at the moment without going back and looking at it, but yes, this is one of those things to be valued. Um, so general dog trainers get flooded with fix this now clients. The entitlement that you were talking about, work feels and the magic wand, work feels scattered, reactive, and emotionally draining a lot of the time. And your calendar is full, but your work doesn't feel really sustainable because it's all the turnover. Service dog work opens the door to steady, committed teams. So it does attract committed clients because handlers, generally speaking, no real results take months, not weeks. I will say most of them don't realize that it still takes, on average, about 2 years, depending on what age of the dog you start out with and how much they're able to do every week, so on and so forth. But they at least understand that it's not going to be like a 6 week class and they have a service dog, generally speaking. Um, the dog's work impacts their daily independence and safety, so they have a lot more motivation to learn and to do their homework than pet dog clients do, where they really just want to fix one or two things and they don't generally care about the rest of it, even though it all ties together. Um, they either budget for ongoing training and check-ins, or one of the things I talk about in my class is that the first session involves talking about what it takes to have a service dog, and that budgeting is part of that. Because just because you already have the dog and you're not paying 30 grand to some program doesn't mean that you're not spending money on tools like vests and leashes and treats and paying the trainer and emergency vet bills and all the things. So your schedule and income become more predictable because you're working with clients for a longer period of time. You don't have as much turnover. Um, and so how do you find those committed dog clients? There are numerous ways. So first recommendation would be connect with the big box stores. No, I can't say their names in this webinar. And since school and other dog training schools who refer out for service dog training, I can tell you the two major big box stores because I have worked for them and know people who currently do work for them are not allowed to train service dogs and they're not allowed to train aggressive dogs. So they have to refer out, be the person they refer out to. Um, there are other dog training schools or dog trainers who don't want to train service dogs or don't know how to, and they refer out. So create your network with other trainers who doesn't want to train service dogs. When you get someone who needs a service dog trainer, have them contact me. Build relationships with veterinary offices, disability organizations, Facebook groups. You would be surprised how many different ways there are. There are a lot of people looking for a service dog trainer, and the truth is, we just don't have enough of them. You can also use social media to share simple training breakdowns and example cases online. You can join service dog trainer communities for referrals and opportunities. And we'll talk more about that a little bit later, but that's also part of what I'm trying to create here is our own community to have people have access to multiple different trainers in multiple different places so they can find one near them. So growing your service dog practice. Another sneak peek into the service dog mastery is the client journey trainings. So in phase 6, you get your first uh, client. Phase 7, you deliver the perfect service. So towards the very end of the program, I'm encouraging you to get a client and you're um, able to be able to ask me questions and things like that. For those of you that have already been training service dog clients, maybe it's something that you haven't done before or, anything that you might need, just let me know. I also do a marketing launch kit for you guys, positioning scripts, client messages, and a simple launch plan for you to be able to talk to people, send to veterinary offices, things like that. You'd be surprised how many veterinarian offices, I used to work closely with them because of behavioral issues. If they had aggressive dogs that they couldn't handle or whatever, and their owners could barely handle them, my local vet in a couple places would call me in to handle the dog so that the dog could get medical care. And I ended up learning a lot about, how to pull a vein over and how different positions to hold the dog in safely and things like that. And on top of that, I learned how many people actually, ask their vet, hey, my doctor says that I need a service dog, or due to my disabilities, I'm looking into getting a service dog, or making this dog my service dog. Do you know any trainers? Because trainers and vets offices work closely together. So you'd be surprised how many clients come from vet referrals. And then, like I was saying, I'm trying with this not only to give you this information, but create a specialist circle community where we can all help each other. Like I said, it's important to have mentors, but it's important to have points of view and different specialities and different abilities to be able to help the client in front of you and not to have ego get in the way. There is more than enough disabled clients. We don't have to fight over them, so to speak. We can share knowledge. So you get 6 months of mentors and peer support, so you're never doing this alone, especially when you're getting started. Ask any questions you have. I'll be on there answering things. People who have been through the program will be on there helping and answering things. All of that. So what's a committed service dog team look like? Um, Sean started with an 8-month-old rescue who was overwhelming in daily life, didn't ask for a quick fix. She agreed to a structured plan and homework. Sessions after session, she kept practicing and adjusting. And she said, I really believe we wouldn't have been able to keep Dino without the training we received from Griffin. We are much more capable dog parents now. So, Dino, I'm not sure why they picked Dino, but that's a whole nother story. He is a wonderful dog, don't get me wrong, but I wasn't quite sure he was going to make it in the way they needed him to. But we got it figured out. So these are the clients that your practice is built for, the people who are willing to do their homework and who aren't entitled.